can't be drinking water as I hit record. Come on now.
Sorry, I was thirsty.
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 7 of Lightforce Podcast. I'm Noah, this is Laney. As always, how are we doing today?
Fantastic. I literally just got back from Orlando because I had the pleasure of going to Halloween Horror Nights. It was so much fun, but we're going to talk about that later. But I'm really, really tired. I didn't go to bed until 4 in the morning. So you just said you were tired.
Dude, I'm dying for some caffeine right now.
I also could go for some caffeine. But how are you doing other than being exhausted?
I mean, I was doing great until you showed up late, but besides that...
Okay. Yep. God forbid.
Listen, I'm just saying, besides that, I'm doing great. Besides, that and the whole caffeine thing, I'm doing fine. There's not a lot to talk about this week. We got some blind rankings that we thought would be fun. Last week's that I did for her with the MCU sequel movies was good. So we're going to do a couple of those today. Not much news-wise, and even the news that there is just like real quick hits. There's not even a lot to dive into. But we'll get there when we get there. But anyway, go follow us before we even get into this. Be sure to go check us out on all other social medias, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. The Lightforce Podcast on all of those. What the hell else was I going to say? I was trying to think of, I was like, were we on some other social media? This is what happens. I got
YouTube.
No caffeine. I can't focus.
YouTube. Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube. We're all over all of those platforms.
Right. But
at the Lightforce Pod.
What I was going to say is YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also go listen to the podcast on Apple and Spotify, and vice versa. If you're listening on Apple and Spotify, you can come watch us over on YouTube. That's what I was trying to get through my noggin here.
The noggin is not noggining right now.
It's not
doing it.
Firing on all cylinders, dude.
Crazy.
Anyway, fit check, dude. I got this Civil Regime Wolverine. Dude, that kind of rhymed, dude. That was sick.
Okay.
X-Men 97 shirt on today. We'll give it
that's pretty fire, actually.
360.
Turn around. Okay. That's really cool, actually.
All right.
Civil Regime doesn't miss. They don't really miss.
miss.
You have
I got
a Gambit one?
Whoa. Yeah. I feel like I've showed that to you.
I feel like I knew that,
a while ago.
Yeah, actually.
I almost wore it today, but I was like, I'm feeling the white, dude. I'm feeling the white. So I put the Wolverine one on. But that's my fit check.
Anyways. I was going to ask you what color's the Gambit one. Is it gray?
No, it's black.
Oh, I understand then. Because, I don't know, black t-shirts are just black t-shirts, I like white t-shirts more.
I don't mind a black t-shirt. I think I have more of those than anything else, but I was just
exactly
feeling
that's what I'm
different
talking
today.
about. I like white t-shirts.
Different today.
I'm wearing my Pierce the Veil concert tour shirt. It has all the dates on the back because I went to see them in May in Tampa, and it was the best concert I've ever been to ever. So So I'm wearing that today because I love the shirt. And the fit check is over.
Ain't that just freaking fantastic? But anyway, let's just get into episode 7. News-wise, like we said, there's not really much to talk about this week, because even the news that did come out, it's like there's barely anything here. We did get our first look at Star Wars Starfighter, which shout out to a friend of the podcast, Will the Force. I'm using his Instagram to pull up this picture of... Ryan Gosling and I forget the kid's name, the kid actor.
His name. Yeah.
We just talked about this like 2 episodes ago, but they're looking great. They're out there in the ocean.
It's really cool. Like, I already love the costuming on Ryan Gosling. I love a good ocean planet. So
a good ocean planet.
Just that picture alone gets me pretty excited.
Sean Levy posted on his Instagram originally. Sorry, guys. But,
cool.
we did talk about Starfighter a couple of weeks ago. We're both pretty excited for it. I mean, there's not too much to, like, dive into about it yet, because we only know so much about it outside of, like, the actors.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I do think there is a world where I come out of this movie being like, I mean, it was a movie, but I didn't really feel like Star Wars. I'm hoping that's not the case. When this movie comes out, I'm hoping that's not the case. But I don't know. There's just not much to dive into with it yet.
Not yet, and it's kind of okay that
I dropped my pen.
We don't know. Oh, it's okay that we don't know that much about it, because I like going into movies with not a ton of expectations. So I'm pretty excited about it. I obviously am not as excited about it. If you guys listen to our most anticipated movies a couple episodes back, you know that I didn't rank it as highly as I did a couple Marvel movies like Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday. but I'm still really excited for it. Like I said, I like going into movies without a lot of expectations, because then you have less of a chance of being disappointed.
Hey!
So yeah, and more of a chance to be pleasantly surprised. So I really am
Sure.
excited about it.
Sure. Yeah, I completely forgot, by the way, before we got into the news, I was going to mention, dude, no reaction to my freaking pumpkin lights that I got in the background, dude.
As soon as I came in, like when you hadn't let me in yet, and I was backstage, and because to audio only, we're in StreamYard, I was like, oh, how festive, but I wasn't in yet, so you didn't hear me. I was like, oh, I love the pumpkins. Audio
She's
only,
lying.
go
She
over to
didn't say that.
YouTube. I'm not even.
There's
I'm
no way to prove
dead
it.
serious. I just can't prove it.
There's no way to prove it, dude. I was
Audio
little
only, go to YouTube. You can see Noah's Halloween decorations in the back. I like the
spooky
pumpkin
season.
lights. It is
Spooky season.
You
I
can't
had to
see
mention
because
it,
he's
dude.
off camera, but when I was at Halloween Horror Nights, I got a Foxy plush. He's sitting over there. You just can't see
You
him.
gotta go get it.
No.
What do we're about to talk about Horror Nights. You have to show the haul.
I'll get it later, maybe. I don't feel like it. No, I don't want to.
Not dedicated to the pod. I already knew that.
No,
But
I don't like getting up.
anyway, jumping from Star Wars to Marvel, literally the day we're filming this, literally this morning, Daredevil Born Again Season 3 got confirmed already. Season 2 is not even out yet. And it begins filming next year. Like I said, Season 2 is not even out yet. It comes out next year, but it looks like they're so committed and confident in this show that they're just trucking right along to Season 3. Obviously, we don't even know, I don't believe, if Punisher's going to be in Season 2, because he's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day next year. I don't know. I still didn't even watch Season 1, so... but I know you're looking forward to it.
I'm very excited for it. Noah hasn't seen Daredevil, the Netflix series version of Daredevil, or Daredevil Born Again, so it would be harder for him to attest what he expects
seen a lot
is
of
going
shows.
to happen. Yeah, he's still working on it, as you guys know. It's something he's actively working on. It's a lot to catch up on with the MCU, but I did watch the original Daredevil series, and I have seen Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. I really, really enjoyed it. I've always been a huge fan of Daredevil and Punisher, more so Punisher than Daredevil, but I love Punisher because of Daredevil. As many of you know, his first introduction was in the original Daredevil series in Season 2. So I hope that we get him in Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, him being Punisher. If this is kind of a spoiler for Noah, I guess, but
I'm not going to remember.
That's so true. But there's an end, kind of like a post-credit scene in the first season of Daredevil Born Again, where you see Punisher escape Kingpin's little lockup. So I don't know if that means he's coming back next season, or if we're not going to see him again until his special that we're getting next year before Spider-Man.
True.
But I hope it's going to be in Season 2, because I feel like, I mean, me,
you just want to see him
I just want more Punisher. Like, I just want more Punisher. And
that's the first thing that comes out, right? It's that, then the Punisher special, then Spider-Man,
Yes.
obviously, because that's
Yep.
in July. So you're just
Yes.
like, let me get him as soon as possible.
Just let me get as much Frank Castle as possible. I love him so much.
They just posted a little bit of a little update pic over on Instagram. Everybody see
He's
that out
looking
there?
in peak Frank Castle form right now. He is looking ready to punish some people. Let me
You
tell
said,
you
all
that
right, dude,
now.
you know, Disney Plus is one thing, but the old silver screen's another thing. I'm getting yoked for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
He looks amazing. Peak physical condition. If you haven't seen it, go over to John Bernthal's Instagram. You'll know what we're talking about. But yeah, I'm really excited to see him again. As far as we know, like you said, it'll be Daredevil Born Again Season 2 sometime in the spring, and then the Punisher special, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day in July. And then who knows, maybe he'll be in Doomsday. But honestly, Daredevil has always been so street level that, especially with them confirming that they are doing a Season 3, I don't see Daredevil coming to the big screen again. Him or Punisher after Spider-Man, I don't see either of them really getting involved in either of the Avengers movies. But that could all change when we get to Spider-Man Brand New Day. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. I mean, if Punisher's in this thing, I don't think anybody's going to be shocked if, like, yo, Daredevil's in it, by the way, even if it's like a surprise thing. But yeah, I don't see either of these characters, especially, like, obviously I know a little bit more Punisher lore than Daredevil. I don't see either of these guys getting involved in the Avengers movies. I think the Spider-Man movie next summer is about the farthest, at least Frank's going to go.
Yeah.
We'll see about Daredevil in the
And
future.
especially if Spider-Man Brand New Day is more street level, which it kind of, from the set pictures, what we've seen, it seems like it is going to be more street level, which is what people have been asking for since Spider-Man entered the MCU. Then it makes a lot of sense why Punisher is in this movie, because it is a street level Spider-Man movie, if that is what it is. But I, again, don't see Daredevil and Punisher really getting involved in the Avengers movies because they are very street level heroes, anti-heroes. And because they're getting a season 3, then I'm like, okay, I don't think after we see Daredevil in season 2, I don't think we're going to see him again until season 3.
If season 2 comes out next year and they're filming season 3 next year, I assume, then same thing. They're just going to keep going one a year, which is great. So then that means season 3 would probably come out in 2027, and I don't see that getting involved in any big MCU projects that year or beyond. So,
right.
Looking forward to eventually watching all of this. I'm sure people who have seen all of it are pretty pumped about it.
I am. I'm pretty pumped about it.
We talked about on the second episode, it was our most anticipated movies of 2027. I think we both talked about the Mario movie on
2026.
2026, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was both on our list or honorable mention, I forget at this point, but Super Mario Galaxy not only officially got its name, because I think it was like still some confusion as to whether that was going to be the name of the movie or not. I'll be honest, guys, I didn't even realize. I must have been so out of the loop. I didn't even know they dropped like a little teaser trailer or something, and I was just informed before we went live, so I can't even discuss it.
Right before we went live, I informed him. He was like, I mean, all we got is a name, right? And I was like, no, we literally got a whole teaser with some nods to the game in the teaser, and even the music hit right at the end when it showed the title for the first time, and it just gave me whiplash back. And that was one of the only Mario games, story-based Mario games, that I played by myself. I played Super Mario Bros. With my dad, and I'd be Mario, he'd be Luigi or whatever, and that was really fun. But as far as like me independently playing a Mario game, I played Super Mario Galaxy. So I'm so excited that that is what this movie's going to be based on. I was like really surprised. I never expected that to happen, but I'm excited we're going to get Rosalina, and I hope that we get Yoshi. Not that Yoshi is even... he's not even like just in Super Mario Galaxy, but like for Yoshi to not be in the first movie... and
then not be in the second one, dude? That'd be disrespecting
he has to be, So I'm hoping
character.
We get Yoshi. We need Yoshi in these movies, so I hope that Yoshi gets introduced. I'm excited that Rosalina is probably going to... she has to be in it. So I'm really excited about that. There are already people like joking about who is going to voice Rosalina, and someone said, me, after hearing that Awkwafina is going to be voicing Rosalina, and I was like, please don't rage bait me right now. A small part of me is really gullible, and I'll really believe things like that. And if that comes out to actually be true, I would be beside myself. But no offense to Awkwafina, but she's not Rosalina. Okay, she's not Rosalina. She's not the voice actor.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even know who Awkwafina is.
Yes, you do.
Do I? And I just don't recognize... I hear Awkwafina, I think of...
If you heard her voice, you'd know exactly who she is. Have you seen Shang-Chi yet?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess where do we
go?
Hold
on, I'm looking her up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, this is... Okay, wait a minute. Live here on the pod... yeah, I don't know who this is. So.
Yeah, okay. So Noah has no idea who Awkwafina is, but I guess we'll do some research off stream.
We're talking about water? What? I don't...
Oh, man. All right. Guy is so not in the loop of anything. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, dude, I've only played Mario Kart and Mario Party, so...
And Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. But very excited about Super Mario Galaxy. We should play that one day. Like on stream or something. That would be so fun.
Yeah, StreamYard's probably nerfus though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we could do that. No, I meant like on our streams, not on the podcast.
Yeah, but we could stream it to the podcast YouTube channel.
Maybe. Oh yeah.
First time streamer over here? Come on now.
Kinda. I don't know anything.
Honestly, that is true.
All right.
Anyway,
Awkwafina, he has no idea who he is, but who she is. But I'm excited for Super Mario Galaxy. A lot of Mario fans are excited for Super Mario Galaxy. My sister's very excited. Like I've mentioned before, she's a huge Mario fan, so it's going to be a big deal for us. Getting a Mario movie and then the next year getting Sonic 4, we're just living in the best time ever.
Dude, and then somebody's got to make the deal to bring these franchises together and do Mario and Sonic play in the Olympic Games in a movie.
Can you imagine if that was in a
dude.
movie?
I don't know how you translate that to a storyline for a movie, but that's not my job. So I don't
If that's not your job, you don't even have to worry about it.
I just want to enjoy it.
Give us the Smash Bros. Movie.
Oh, dude, Simon, listen, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be seated. As soon as we're done recording, I'm going to go watch this little teaser that
okay.
evidently...
It's like 5 seconds long, but yeah, you need to...
that's probably why I didn't see it. I was probably scrolling. It was just like, what's this 5-second video? Next.
The attention span is not there. Not at all. Move on.
My attention span was there for the 3-hour movie I watched this week. There's no more news, by the way, unless you have something.
No.
She's got nothing. Nothing between there.
Nothing going on up here.
Anyway, I don't know, you're not about an attention span. I watched the whole 3-hour movie this week. We've been talking about it. We've been speculating on it. We've been hyping up the sequel that's coming in 2027.
We've been judged about it.
We've been judged about not watching a movie that came out in 2022. I finally watched the Batman, the Matt Reeves Batman with Robert Pattinson. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know it was 3 hours until I loaded up HBO Max and I saw it was 3 hours and I went... not right now. And then I watched it like 2 nights later because I was like, I can't give it the 3 hours right now. I mean, I could have, but I was like, I don't want to. But I'll be honest, it might have been a 3-hour movie, but it really didn't drag. It was a solid 3 hours. I did get a little bit lost in the sense of like, I thought this thing was going to be over like 3 different times and then it just kept going. And I was like, well, it makes sense. It is a 3-hour movie, obviously. But my only I don't even want to call it a knock, but, there's a lot of characters and underlining stories that connect these characters in the movie. It's a lot to memorize on first watch. I need to, rewatch it and be like, okay, so this person's talking about this person, and this person's talking about their parents, and, it was a lot of intertwining underground and Gotham stories. It was a little hard to keep track of, but it did not ruin the overall story, which was Batman trying to find the Riddler throughout this movie. You have this whole mystery throughout the movie. Eventually, the Riddler... I don't even want to say he catches the Riddler. The Riddler basically turns himself in because he's just sitting at the diner here. I'm spoiling it for her, but the movie's been out for 3 years and
don't
she
care.
doesn't care.
Not gonna watch it. And listen, I know it sounds bad when I say that, but they just confirmed, I don't know if it was the head writer or the producer or whatever, whoever is helping out with the Batman 2 just confirmed that the Batman as these
Robert
2 movies
Pattinson.
are... I'm not talking about him.
Oh.
But the Batman, as in that franchise, is not included in the DCU. I don't have any reason to watch it.
But hold on, but you're saying you're not talking about him, but Robert Pattinson is the Batman in this movie and the next one.
But the title is The Batman, and I'm talking about The Batman as a franchise.
Yes, but wouldn't the franchise include the characters in the franchise?
Noah, but what I'm saying in this sentence that I just said was that whoever is the head writer or producer or whoever it was that just came out in a statement said that the Batman as a franchise isn't part of the DCU that James Gunn is currently working on.
Right. And I don't think it originally was, but the conversation has been...
But it was still up in the air. It was unconfirmed.
A merger, and is Robert Pattinson's Batman going to be the DCU Batman?
But I
so
think
what you're trying to say is somebody debunked that?
Someone that is attached to the Batman 2 has just said that it is not going to be included in the DCU. It's not a part of it. It's not going to be a part of it.
So that would mean that when the DCU does anything with Batman, it's not going to be Robert Pattinson.
That is, as of right now, the speculation.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to get to. Well, I mean, after watching this movie, that's a little disappointing because I feel like, at this point, and I'm pretty sure what they established in this movie is he's only been Batman for 2 years, which honestly takes a little bit of the load off my other small critique of the Batman character in this movie. Is that Robert Pattinson is super emo and honestly kind of skinny for Bruce Wayne. I'm just gonna say it. This guy needs to put on some more muscle for Batman. That's just me. But where the hell was I going with this? If he's not even going to be the Batman in the DCU, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Here's the thing. I've seen people be like, oh, well, anything that's not in the DCU is just going to be marked DC Elseworld. I'm just trying to get into DC as a whole, and you want me to follow DCU and then DC Elseworld stuff. It's like, I only care about the DCU. That's like the MCU, and then everything else is outside of it.
And so, it's like trying to get me to care about Marvel Zombies when it's not part of the MCU, so why would I care?
Exactly.
However, that does not pertain to X-Men 97. Completely different circumstance. Because if you don't want X-Men 97, then you just don't have any taste at all. But as far as the Batman, why would you already have seen it, but me personally, I don't have any desire to watch it. I understand. There are a lot of, there's something you guys need to know about me. There's a lot of really good movies that everyone loves and that everyone says that you need to watch. That means nothing to me. If I don't want to watch a movie, I'm not going to watch it, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And it's okay if you guys don't like me for it. I've never seen Interstellar. I'm never gonna. I don't want to. Okay.
I've never seen it either.
So for you, I don't care about it. Like, if there's a movie that I don't want to watch, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm never gonna watch Ant-Man Quantumania. Never gonna watch it. I just don't care. The Batman is one of these movies that I'm, especially because I think it was Matt Reeves that said, this is the DC Elseworlds and not the DCU. Recently, he just said that. Especially because it's not part of the DCU. I'm not going to watch it. Why would I get attached to a Batman that isn't going to be involved in this new DCU that James Gunn is currently creating? You know what I mean? If that changes, then sure, I'll go back and watch it. But I don't want to watch a 3-hour movie about a Batman that has nothing to do with the DCU.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I watched this with two things in mind, with the Batman Part 2 coming out in 2027, and with the possibility of this is going to be the DCU Batman, so I want to watch this Batman. Right. And let me just finish my quick thoughts. I enjoyed the movie. You know, what the hell was I talking about earlier?
I'm
Batman.
Sorry.
No, I don't even remember. It's fine.
No, it matters. Did you enjoy the movie?
I did enjoy the movie. The Riddler's costume sucked. I guess they were going for something a little bit more, dark and
hate when they do that.
Serious, but I wasn't expecting him to be in Jim Carrey Riddler outfit from the 90s where it's a green, skin tight suit with question marks all over it. But his costume throughout the movie, true. But the one in this movie sucked. The character didn't suck, just his costume sucked. I don't know. You killed all my momentum because I liked the movie. Well,
I wanted to get involved in the conversation.
No, you didn't. I'm not saying you killed my momentum. The news about this not even being the DCU Batman killed my momentum.
Oh, I'm sorry. That obviously could change. Maybe he is throwing people off the trail, like you were saying, and maybe that will change, and he's just throwing us off, and somehow they'll merge and come together eventually. Who knows? I don't think that's going to be the case.
Because Clayface is in the DCU, and unless, somebody was just trolling, somebody literally found, the Robert Pattinson Batman logo on the set of Clayface. So unless, a fan was on set and slapped a sticker somewhere, or somebody was just trolling because they know set photos keep leaking out.
Well, I'm sorry. Obviously I could be just blowing smoke. I have no idea. That's just a quote that I saw yesterday. And I
really liked when he saved Gotham from flooding. I mean Gotham did flood, but he saved some people.
I really like that he saved some people in this movie. Yeah. In 3 hours, he only saved a couple of people.
Oh, listen, no, he was kicking ass all throughout this movie. You got more Batman than you got Bruce Wayne, which was great because Robert Pattinson, although was great, was just super depressed and emo throughout the movie. And I was like, all right, man, I know you're Bruce Wayne and I know you're out there looking for vengeance, but I don't know, maybe it was on me. Maybe I've been watching too much Batman the Animated Series from the 90s. And Bruce Wayne, when he's out and about.
Younger Bruce Wayne, right?
Yeah, he's only been Batman for 2 years. I wasn't a big fan of, the actor is great, but the actor who played Alfred in the movie, I was like, he's Alfred? Because I can't look at this guy and see him as Alfred. What the hell's his name? Now I gotta look.
No idea.
Andy, shit. Stay with me, folks. Stay with
Andy
me.
Serkis?
I think so.
Is it actually? He's the only Andy I know.
Hold on, I missed. Somehow I mistyped the Batman.
How is Zoe Kravitz?
Oh, she was great. She was great.
She's the only reason I would watch the movie.
It was indeed Andy Serkis, yes, which is great character. Great actor.
Yeah,
but I was like,
amazing.
Him as Alfred? I don't know. It wasn't really.
I guess he was also a younger Alfred. I guess.
Nah, he looked old. Listen, he was great. Honestly, I had no problem with any of the casting in this movie. I had little problems with the movie.
Yeah.
I really did. My only problem with the movie now is that it doesn't fucking matter.
Now it doesn't even matter. And I guess it's not obvious to anyone that doesn't know me, I don't have any kind of emotional ties or love or any previous interaction with any kind of media that involves Batman. So obviously that's why I say that I don't care. It's because he's not one of my favorite heroes. I didn't grow up watching Batman. I didn't grow up reading Batman comics. I was a strictly Marvel little girl. So I wasn't too much involved in any Batman. I know Batman is very beloved and very widely
But I want to read a
known.
DC comic. No.
No. I'm like, I don't want to read about Batman. I don't know why. But yeah.
I like Batman the Animated Series. I've only watched like 1/3 of the first season, but it's great. I love that Batman. I love the Dark Knight movie as well. I like some Batman stuff. This movie was good.
Like we've said in the
past. But I guess you're never going to watch it, so.
I don't plan on watching it. And I know that I've come under some scrutiny by some of our peers that I haven't seen the Batman. That means nothing to me. You can keep pressuring me. It's not going to do anything. But love you guys. I obviously, the depth of my knowledge of the DCU, at least like of my interaction with the DCU, like I've said in the past, is Teen Titans. So I'm very aware of Dick Grayson as Robin. I'm very aware of that. And other than that, we've got nothing. We got nothing after the Teen Titans.
What a buzzkill, dude.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to drop that.
Well, I spent 3 hours for nothing? No, I'm kidding.
Kinda.
Anyway, we got some blind rankings to do. We've already rambled about a whole lot of nothing for the last half hour. Who wants to start here? I got two different ones. One of them's a blind ranking out of 10. One of them's a blind ranking out of 6.
Okay, well, since you have two, then let's just do your shorter one, and then I'll do mine, and then if we have time, we'll do your second one.
Okay, let me get the pen out here.
Okay.
I'm holding it the whole time.
Good,
We gotta keep track.
I
guess I'll keep track of my own blind rankings, because I gotta do everything around here. Anyway, so last week I had you blind rank some sequel MCU movies, or just some like second installments. Some of them aren't really direct sequels to their prior movie. But this week, we're going to do blind ranking these MCU duos. Not necessarily relationships, although some of them are. Relationships, friends, partners, just people who go hand in hand together.
I like that. Okay.
Like how we're the co-hosts of this podcast, so people would say we go hand in hand with this podcast.
That's true.
Makes sense. All right, so there's six spots here. Think about them wisely. Don't mess up.
I'm scared.
Pressure's on.
Are there really bad ones?
No, they're all great ones.
Okay.
Well, I think the last one, which maybe I'll reverse how I say them, so it won't be the last one, but I think the last one's going to might end up being 6 on your ranking, but we'll see. Never mind.
Okay.
All right, so blind ranking these MCU duos. First up, Peter Quill and Gamora.
Oh my god. I love them so much. They're my favorite MCU romance. I think I'm saying that without being a liar. I always will say something and then after the podcast I'll be like, I totally lied about that. I'm just completely forgetting about this other thing that I love. But I think that they are my favorite MCU romance that we've gotten so far. We could get ones that I like more, but they were just done so dirty at the end of the day. But I love them. I love them so much. I'm gonna put them at I'm gonna put them at 2.
2?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them at 2.
If we get a proper Gene and Scott God only knows who the actors will be. But if we get them eventually, or a Gambit and Rogue,
Gambit and Rogue. I was gonna say it would be Gambit and Rogue. Yeah, that would
could
be my
overtake
favorite.
them.
Yep, 100%.
All right. And again, these are not all relationships in the MCU because wouldn't be. I mean, I guess there's a handful to pick from, but
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a ton. So, relationships, friends, partners, etc. So Peter Quill and Gamora, number 2. Next up, we got Clint and Natasha, Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Okay.
They got a good connection.
They do.
I'd say they're pretty close.
I would say it's pretty relatively unexplored in the MCU, though. Like, we know that they're very, very close friends, but we don't know why. They just talk about their first interaction, but they never actually show it to us. We get little inklings of it in the Black Widow movie. They reference him, and Budapest. Budapest is always referenced because she says Hawkeye was sent to take her out and he made a different call. But we never actually saw that. And I wish that we did. I think it's a crime that we never actually saw that first interaction. So I do love them. I love their dynamic. They had a very, very powerful and moving sequence in Endgame on that planet that I forget the name of. Vormir, yes, yeah. Vormir. With Red Skull and his cape looking like a Sith on Vormir. I'm gonna put him at 5.
5.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clint. Back half you go.
Love ya.
Clint and Natasha. All right, next up, Thor and Loki.
Ugh. That is such a good one.
We're bringing the heavy hitters here, folks.
Wow. Like, I naturally want to save my number 1 spot, but I don't know. I don't know who it would be for. Anyway. Wow, I love them so much. The best that we got of Thor and Loki was in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's where they come together. They're standing side by side when the movie ends. Mm-hmm. They're standing side by side when Thanos kicks their ass as well.
Yep, in Infinity War, yep. And when he actually dies, yeah, man. And I hope that we get more of them because Loki does say the sun will shine on them again. And I hope we do eventually get us. They are both in Doomsday.
Yeah,
both of the chairs are in Doomsday.
I think it's inevitable they'll be on screen together. Hopefully fighting side by side again. They need that one iconic fighting side by side moment. Don't get me wrong. They're doing that in Ragnarok, like you said, but Hulk's there, Valkyrie's there. I want to see them literally, like, not necessarily back to back, but something like that where they're just cleaning house.
Yep. Same. We really do need that for both their characters to have closure. Yeah. I'm gonna put them at 3.
All right. I don't think that's that bad. Pretty iconic duo. All right, next up, Wanda and Vision.
6.
That's the one I think you were going to put last. But I was like, they're fleshed out enough, obviously. And I didn't know if you watched the Wanda show, but I'm like, that's a good partnership that's been around long enough.
I enjoyed WandaVision, actually. And it was super fun because I think at the time it was the first MCU series that came out. And me and my friends had a lot of fun watching it. And it was super mysterious. I don't love the way that they ended it. But Elizabeth Olsen is so good in it. And Paul Bettany is amazing as Vision. I just don't understand her being in love with artificial intelligence. So that's kind of my setback.
Fair enough.
It's number 6.
Yeah, that was the one that I thought was a late addition, and I thought this is probably going to end up as the last spot anyway. But it was worth a shot. All right, so you got 1 and 4 left.
Oh, I'm scared.
1 and 4.
Yeah.
So we're going to move into Peter Parker and Tony Stark.
4.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Great partnership,
they're
mentor.
Great, but also I could do without that whole dynamic that they had.
Yeah, it seems to be a reoccurring theme with a lot of people. They're like, it's nice, but back off a little bit. You do get a lot of Peter and Tony, and a lot of people just want Peter.
The best payoff of them having a previous relationship is in Endgame, when it is literally the only motivator for Tony to figure out time travel. And he's the only reason why he did that.
I know. Listen, how much he cares about Peter and how much it shows in that movie is like, I love it.
He kept that picture of them together in his kitchen for 6 years.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He could have done without seeing any other Avenger ever again, but he was like, I love that kid. They're
Yep.
great. They're great. I understand their downside, but they're great. All right, so this automatically makes this number 1 then.
I'm scared.
I wish it was a crappy one, honestly.
No,
but
I
it's
know what
not.
it is though. I know
It's Steve
there's
and
no.
Bucky.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn
I was like,
it.
there's no way you would make a list like this without them on it, and I'm good with them being number 1.
I almost was like, let me do Steve and Peggy instead, just to see what you said.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not as iconic because I
No.
mean, it is in a storyline perspective, but it's not like you get a bunch of them on screen. You get way more dynamic between Steve and Bucky. So.
And Steve and Bucky are way more iconic and way better and way more fleshed out, and they have way more of a connection and deep love for each other than Steve and Peggy. And the only reason why, I understand that you disagree with this, the only reason why I would put Steve and Bucky lower is because of the poor ending that Steve got in Endgame. You cannot make me believe that Steve Rogers, after fighting for the majority of his life after being unfrozen to get Bucky back, would finally have him back and leave him behind. He's the only person Bucky has that relates to him. I'm with you till the end of the line, until I get the chance to go back to that one girl I kissed one time 70 years ago. Then I'm gonna jump ship and leave you here in the future to deal with all these problems I'm leaving behind. No, it's not in character for Steve Rogers. I don't like that.
Feel indifferent because you're
You
not
liar.
wrong.
No, you don't feel indifferent.
No, you're not wrong. But at the same time, God forbid Steve wants to go back and just be with the love of his life. Is he so wrong for that?
I'm with you till the end of the line. He
and
would
they fought
do anything
till
for
the
Bucky.
end of Endgame, and
He
then
would
said,
do anything for Bucky until he gets the chance to go back.
"Listen,
No.
Steve did his job, dude. He got Bucky freed. Got him in a good place. I'm not saying Bucky still doesn't have his struggles afterwards, but." I'm just saying, dude, an argument can be made for Steve and Peggy. That's all I'm saying. Listen.
Steve had 70 years to get over her, bro, and he
right,
still didn't.
70 years doesn't count when you're spending most of it asleep in the ice.
He had
just
like
saying.
20 years to get over it, dude. And another thing is that they should have went with the Winter Soldier storyline and chemistry that Black Widow and Steve Rogers had. Natasha and Steve had amazing chemistry in that movie, and then went unexplored, and they completely redirected in Age of Ultron, which came right after that movie, to Natasha and Bruce Banner.
Which goes nowhere.
Awful, goes nowhere, and it's weird. It's weird. It's so uncomfortable. Like, watching that movie and their scenes together is literally uncomfortable. It makes no sense. I understand that in the first Avengers, they have, she was the one that recruited him to be in the Avengers. She's the one that sees him Hulk out for the first time. I understand that they have that. But in no way did I think that that was a romantic chemistry that needed to be explored the same way that in The Winter Soldier, she and Steve had this ridiculous chemistry. They kiss in The Winter Soldier. Hey. And just for it to go nowhere. But I truly believe if Natasha hadn't died in Endgame, he would have stayed. If she was alive, he would have stayed.
A good theory. That is a good theory.
I have that. That's the headcanon that keeps me a little bit sane about the Steve Rogers ending that we got.
Man, so different. But would he have, though? Would he have stayed? I think so. It's not like they were together. They were there. Half the planet was disappeared for 5 years, and they were literally just hanging out at the freaking Avengers, not tower, whatever, compound.
Something happened between them. I just can't prove it.
Come on.
They were in hiding after Civil War in Wakanda for how long together? And then that 6 year, I think it's 6 years between Infinity War and Endgame. All that time, something happened between them. I just can't prove it.
I don't know.
I just can't prove it. And it should have happened, though. It literally happens in the comics. There's no reason why it didn't happen in the MCU. I have no idea why they would rather go with a Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff than Steve Rogers, and it makes no sense.
That sucks, because I don't know why they did Bruce and Natasha when they literally did it for one movie.
Especially after how good they were together.
And then he shows back up in Infinity War. Yep. They're just like, hey, Natasha. And then that's it. Yeah. They make it awkward for a second, and then that's it. I agree. All right, so your blind ranking for MCU duos, you got Steve and Bucky at 1, Peter Quill and Gamora at 2, Thor and Loki at 3, Peter and Tony at 4, Clint and Natasha at 5, and Wanda and Vision at 6.
I don't think I would rearrange that at all.
I mean, it's about what I expected. The people who I thought were going to be on the back half are on the back half, and who I thought was going to be on the top 3 are on the top 3.
I don't think
no big surprises.
No,
but if it was Steve and Peggy, how would you redo it?
Shoot, they would be...
Don't tell me dead last over Wanda and Vision. You're lying through your teeth.
They'd be one above Wanda and Vision.
Alright. God forbid my man just wants to, like, have a normal life, you know? Anyway, your blind ranking.
So my blind ranking has nothing to do with comics or superheroes or Star Wars at all whatsoever. I decided to go way off the wall and have you blind rank bands that I like.
Let's go. This should be great.
Right? Okay. And
don't let me forget that we will have to talk about Horror Nights. I'm writing that down so we don't forget.
Okay.
All right.
I can actually write it down. I have the means to write it down, so you don't have to worry about it. Just think about.
Oh, lovely.
There's okay. You dropped the pen. Audio only. Drop the pen. There's 8 bands. 8 bands.
I hope I know all these.
Yes, you do know all of these. That's why, because at first I was like, maybe I'll have him rank bands I know he likes, but I would be so embarrassed if I named a band that you had no idea. Like you didn't know them at all.
Could have checked my playlist or something and been like, all right, so he knows these people.
Yeah. I was like, maybe it'd be more fun if you blind rank some of my favorite bands. I'm not saying these.
Okay.
I mean, they're all bands that I do enjoy.
I hope I've seen some of these in person before. It'll make it even better. All right.
It would make it better. But your Noah, just to be clear, is blind ranking them based on how much he likes them, not based on how much he thinks I like them. Okay.
No, I don't care what you like.
Okay. All right. So we're not going to do the blind ranking at all anymore.
No.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Wait, how many are there?
8. There's 8.
Okay, so I need... Okay.
Okay. First band. Breaking Benjamin.
Probably has become one of my most listened to bands over the last couple of years.
Really?
Which is weird because like they've been around for like my entire life.
Time.
Let me tell you something. My Breaking Benjamin used to be pretty integrated into like WWE YouTuber lore back in the day. Like people would make like how people make TikTok edits now.
Yeah.
People used to make music videos back in the day. Not even just WWE.
Like
just
new
Jumbotron
Jumbotron kind of like intros.
Yeah, they just like put them on YouTube back in the day when YouTube was almost nothing but just like fan made like music videos and stuff like that. Like before stuff like this ever existed. And people would always use the same bands. Breaking Benjamin was one of them. So that's how I have like a tie with them there. And then I think there were like 2 or 3 of my top 5 on Apple Music last year.
Wow.
I'm going to put them at 3 because I don't know who you're going to say, but I'm going to put them at 3.
All right.
There's so many hits. So many hits.
So many hits, man.
Dear Agony, I think, is an underrated, maybe their best album.
I don't know album names.
Okay. I don't know all of them, but that's just one of them.
Okay, so you got Breaking Benjamin at number 3. That's a good one. That's a good one.
This is a good one.
So, next up, All Time Low.
All Time Low. See, All Time Low's got a lot of hits, but they also have towed the line over the years of like they're just a couple songs away from just completely leaving their genre behind. Like, didn't they just like do like wanted like the Jonas Brothers like guests because they keep having guests? I'm pretty sure they showed up recently on one of their.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure.
They did, and they sang Dear Maria together. Yes.
And like that's fine. That's like their biggest hit, obviously. I don't know that because of that. I'm like. They
performed with the Jonas Brothers, so he's got them lower on
this list. Listen, but the Jonas Brothers are great, but in their genre, All Time Low, one week is playing, your favorite pop punk song, and the next week they're playing pop radio songs, and it's like, I don't know. I like the old stuff more. And I can't even say that. Some of their new stuff's good. I'll put them at 5.
At 5, okay. They have a new album coming out October 17th, non-sponsored.
Non-sponsored.
Non-sponsored. I am excited about it, though.
Barring somebody else I want to see is playing at the same time, I should be seeing them on Warped Tour in November. Looking forward to it.
I've seen All Time Low 3 times in my life. They are one of my favorite bands to see live, obviously. I've never seen another band as many times as I've seen All Time Low. They are amazing. If any of you enjoy All Time Low and you have the chance to go see them live, you have to. They sound exactly the same. They put on an amazing concert. And they played some of their newer music at this concert I just went to when they performed at Mardi Gras at Universal. And you know how you hear a song live and you like it more live than you do if you were to just listen to it for the first time, just studio recorded.
Sure.
Those songs that I heard live, now I really love them because it was so good. So I am excited about their new album. They do kind of toe the line of like pop over
and some
pop
of it,
punk.
and listen, some of the new stuff's like great. I'm not denying that. There's newer stuff that I love,
Yeah.
but there's also some stuff that I'm like, I'm never gonna listen to this again. It feels like just a
Yeah.
song to fill up the album.
I understand.
Yeah.
You said 5, right?
5.
Okay. Next one. This might be the one that you might not know as many songs, but I could be wrong. Memphis Mayfire.
Nah, dude, that was one of my brother's favorite bands back in like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And because of that, and he had like the physical CD of, I don't know which album it was, but I'd say between 2012 and like 2016, they were pretty in the rotation pretty heavily. If you would ask me anything that's come out in the last few years, I have no idea.
I actually like their newer stuff more than their older stuff.
Their
is
older
crazy.
stuff's heavier, from what I understand. I don't know in a lot of their newer stuff, so I can't speak on that, but that's just what I've heard. Or seen online, I should say. But because it's been a while, I've been pretty out of the loop, and I don't know who the hell else is on here, so part of me wants to just put them at 8, but I'm going to say... Who else could be on here that could be above, or be under them? You know what? I don't know when the last time I actually even listened to any of their old stuff is. I'm going to say number 8.
Okay.
I'm going to put them at 8.
All right.
They have a great song, though, called My Generation. That was my brother's backyard wrestling theme song.
Yo, that's sick. I haven't heard that one, I don't think. I gotta listen to that one, actually.
It's like 2014, 2015.
Oh, that's sick. All right, so you have 3, 5, and 8. Next bands. Pierce the Veil.
You know what's funny? Them and All Time Low were like those two introduction bands to this entire new genre of music that I had never listened to before, like 2012, 2013. Them and the lead singer of As It Is, who used to do covers on YouTube, are the whole reason that got into all these bands. Pierce the Veil. Wait, what do I got again?
You had 3, 5, and 8.
I have 3, 5, and 8 taken. I'm gonna put them at 4.
Okay.
Because I honestly didn't listen to them for a long time, and then when you said you were going to a concert earlier this year, I was like, man, it's been a while. Let me throw some of their stuff on.
And I sent you the playlist. I sent Noah the
yeah.
playlist of their set list, because I was like, these songs are so good. Like, because their tour right now is like a greatest hits tour, so I sent Noah the set list, because I was like, these are pinnacle songs. You have to listen to them.
Crazy that they have a greatest hits tour. But I literally fell off of them after I think I graduated high school. For no specific reason, I just did. But no, I've been listening to a lot of them recently for multiple reasons, and I think all of it still holds up. All their greatest hits are a lot of their older stuff, which I'm not complaining.
And their newer stuff still slaps. Just so everybody knows, it still does.
Yeah, I'm confident putting them at 4. Confident.
That's a good, yeah.
They were
4 is good.
Big for me. I want to say big, but I really liked them for like 4 years. Fell off for a while. Re-up this year.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you my ranking of this list.
I still have 1 and 2, right?
You have 1, 2, 6, and 7.
1, 2, 6, and 7. Okay.
Yep, you've been playing it safe. Okay. The next one is A Day to Remember.
They might be 7, honestly.
You already did. You did 8. Oh yeah. Okay, 7.
7. Like they have their hits are hits, but they have some stuff. I don't like when bands start out and they just feel like they're putting their heart and soul into their music, and then and then it's been 10 years and it feels like they're just making like
they just don't care anymore.
Rock and roll tracks.
Yeah.
Like there were some fun songs on their album that came out a couple months ago, whenever it was. But I'm not gonna listen to it. Like it's just it's not doing anything for me.
I don't
like
listen
I can
to their newer
acknowledge
music either.
Yeah, like I can acknowledge these are like good songs, but they're just not. Nothing's hitting home for me. They're just not lighting me on fire. Their old stuff. There's some old stuff that is great, but even like there was an album that came out in like 2016. I remember when I was still in high school, and I was just like, it's alright. I think it was like Paranoia or something. I don't know. I'm gonna confidently put them there. I might also see them on Warped Tour
That'd be cool. It might change your mind. Maybe
it might change my mind. But then
Yeah.
again, Warped Tour sets are normally only like
relatively short.
Yeah, relatively short, like a half hour or so. So I'm assuming if that is the case, they haven't changed that for the new format of Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Then they'll only play their hits, which means I'll love it.
That's gonna be great.
I don't want to hear this new song. I forget something about me and my friend Seth Rollins is in the music video. Like, it's a good song, but it's not doing anything
I need to
for
see
me.
that. Hang on a second.
It was only a couple months ago. Yeah, I'll put that at 7.
7. So you have 1, 2, and 6 left.
All right. I hope there's somebody on here that's truly a good number 1.
It's all downhill from here. All right. The next one is 5 Seconds of Summer.
I never really got into them like that, man.
I never told you what kind of bands were gonna be in this, but
oh God, goodness gracious. They might have been number 8, honestly, if I knew that. Not that I dislike them, but
you don't really know a lot of their songs.
Nah, I mean, whatever that song of was it looks so perfect, something like that. That's the only song I know. That's the only song I know.
That's
so
fair,
they have to be number 6, but they would be number 8.
Okay, we'll rearrange. We'll rearrange at the end. Okay. You got 2 left. You get to 1 and 2.
This is gonna... I know you just screwed me.
I didn't... Alright, let's just... Alright. Next one. Bad Omens.
Never mind. They would have been at 8 or 7.
Really?
I think they had one... They didn't have one hit. They had a couple of good songs. They got really popular on TikTok, and then, in my opinion... the hype died. It's like Sleep Token right now. I don't know if you know who they are.
They have more than one.
Bad Omens has more than one good song. They have honestly like that whole.
They have a very solid album.
They have that one album with the lady hunched over in the red background. That's a solid album. But like I don't know, I just they're just one of these bands that got real popular because of TikTok and social media. And like after the hype died and I listened to the song so much, it just has never hit the same again.
Yeah,
if I put that album on,
where I listen to them consistently, and I don't listen to them as much, but their songs still hit. Like as of right now,
maybe if I listen to them like re-up that album, it would hit again. But like it ain't gonna hit like it would in 2022.
And that album is called The Death of Peace of Mind, which came out in 2022. That is definitely, I think, by far their best album. But let me say, their album from 2020 also has a couple bangers on it. So it's not like they only got good in 2020.
Sure, that's just what I found out about them.
Yeah. Maybe you need to do a little bit more listening.
Listen, I'm like, with music, I'm like movies and TV shows. Like, I stay in my genres. I stay with my same old bands. I don't get that creative.
So this list is screwed. So you're putting them at 2, right?
Yeah, I'll put them at 2.
All right.
What's number 1? Big Time Rush?
No, it's One Direction.
You did that totally on purpose, dude.
I didn't think you would leave your number 1 open like that.
I don't know who you're gonna have. Listen, you know what's funny? I probably like more One Direction songs than like.
Than some of these other bands.
Than maybe some of these other bands.
All right, so hang
dude.
on.
Night Changes, dude. Oh, what a great song.
This is the Night Changes is fire. This is the list you ended up with. Okay, One Direction at 1, starting from 1 going down. One Direction, Bad Omens, Breaking Benjamin, Pierce the Veil, All Time Low, 5 Seconds of Summer, A Day to Remember, Memphis Mayfire. If you were to rearrange, what are we doing?
I should have put Big Time Rush on this list. If they were on, if you said them, they would have been number 1, honestly.
Are you dead serious?
They would have been top 3. They would have been top 3.
I should have put them on there, actually.
That's what I'm saying. You said this is your favorites. I was like, come on now. You just went to a Big Time Rush concert. Like,
yeah, but when I bought tickets for that concert, I remembered like 4 or 5 songs. Then after the concert, I was like, wow, I actually loved all of those songs. So
you're a fake fan.
Yeah, it definitely.
Didn't even watch the show back in the day, dude.
100% I did.
I was about to better, dude. I love that show. That was great.
But like, as far as the concert, I definitely went for the nostalgia. But then they put on a fire show. They're amazing. So
I've seen clips. Can you run that back one more time?
Your number 1. Who would be your number 1?
I probably would have just put Breaking Benjamin at number 1.
Okay, so Breaking Benjamin is your actual number 1. And then you've got One Direction, Bad Omens, Pierce the Veil, All Time Low, 5 Seconds of Summer, A Day to Remember, and Memphis Mayfire.
Pierce the Veil would have been 2. All-time low, probably 3.
Memphis Mayfire? Or A Day to Remember?
I'll probably put A Day to Remember there, just because I listen to their old stuff more than Memphis Mayfire.
You better put One Direction next.
Yeah, but when do I put... Like, I don't actively listen to them. Like, I acknowledge that they have some great stuff. I'm not one of these, like, oh, I would never. Like, I totally would, dude. I listen to Disney
are they a
music
better band than Memphis Mayfire?
I don't know. I'd literally have to sit here and list all my favorite One Direction songs from my favorite Memphis Mayfire songs. And I would need to pull up Apple Music to do that.
Dude,
And what are we going to be
we're
here all night?
talking about the biggest boy band of all time.
R.I.P. to that one guy.
Stop! His name's Liam!
I don't know their names!
Don't trigger me right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably put them at 5. Memphis at 6. And then what? It's Bad Omens and... Who? Yeah, short-term memory.
Bad Omens and 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yeah, I'd have to put 5 Seconds of Summer last, because I've listened to the least of them. Maybe they have more songs than I realize, and I just haven't. Like, everybody has like known songs and that they've heard over the years, and then they never know who sings them until like years later. And like, I had no idea who actually sung this song, because you like
That's
always heard
5
it on the
Seconds
radio
of Summer.
or something. Yeah, I guarantee. Yeah. Hold on, let's do it right now. I'm not gonna start playing songs. I'm just gonna pull up Apple Music real quick. Well, 5 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, maybe not. I don't know any of this 2018, 2019 stuff.
You're not going to know any of that. Yeah. My list, so if I were doing this list, for me, we're talking about like all time, my favorite artist, band, anything of all time is One Direction. Like that. It was a large part of my life for years. So One Direction would definitely be at number 1. Then Pierce the Veil, then All Time Low, then 5 Seconds of Summer, then A Day to Remember, then Bad Omens, then Breaking Benjamin, then Memphis Mayfire.
Why are you laughing? Do you ever have like an emo phase? I'm just trying to picture you like, I love Pierce the Veil.
Well, I wasn't like outwardly emo though. You know what I mean? Like I would wear shirts like this, yeah. But I was
you didn't go like, I'm gonna dye my hair black?
No, and wear clothes that I definitely should not have been wearing, like the clothes that weren't me. You know what I mean? Like I never dressed myself for outwardly.
You were too much like I still like One Direction at the same time. I can't.
Yeah, I was still like I'm still like this sporty little girl that likes to play softball, and I'm not gonna act like I'm anything but this outgoing person.
You had too many other interests to be like, I'm just gonna make this my whole personality.
And I'm obviously this bubbly, outgoing little child. I was never gonna have an outwardly emo face. Inwardly, yeah. Like
inwardly,
I got so much feeling in here, but like not outwardly.
This song is just, it's speaking to me right now.
I'm just like really feeling this song right now. That was me with All Time Low all the time. Oh my
I
gosh,
mean,
so
I'm pretty, there's some bands that I still listen to pretty consistently on there. I don't know. State Champs, As It Is. I listen to those two a lot.
All That Remains.
It's Alter Bridge.
No.
You always say All That Remains. It's Alter Bridge. You get them mixed up.
Is All That Remains a song?
That is a song. As a matter of fact, it might be the first album title.
Are you serious?
But
do I do that every time?
Yeah, I like we'll be talking about music and I'll be like, Alter Bridge. You're like, yeah, All That Remains. I'm like, no, there's 2 different bands.
No, you're lying.
Even though I'm pretty sure there is a band called All That Remains.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you get them mixed up because I say I like Alter Bridge and you're like, and then you for some reason forget the word Alter Bridge and you're like,
I don't think I've ever heard the name Alter Bridge in my life. I just keep thinking in my head that you like All That Remains. So that's why I say that.
I really don't know.
All right, maybe we should move on.
Alter Bridge's first album is One Day Remains. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. And
then knows things freaking Metal Lingus.
Exclusively This Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage.
I mean, they got a couple other things that I'll listen to. They have a couple
other good songs.
I'm not going to go see them in concert.
But they're just like wild and insane, and they are kind of overstimulating in a lot of songs. So specifically, Killswitch Engage playing This Fire Burns when CM Punk enters.
Love the story so far. What else is on here?
Paramore Before They Went Pop.
Yeah, but I'll listen to them that frequently, if ever. Against the Current, even though they've been MIA for like 2 years, the Wonder Years from Philadelphia
Mm.
have some hits. There's just a couple things. It's all in my Apple Music playlist, but I'm not making that public, so sorry, guys.
Oh, okay.
I was just talking, we were talking about music and shit.
We were talking. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Dude, Ninja Smoke.
We're gone. No, should we do another blind ranking, or do you think we should just save it for next week? I can
Nah,
just talk about Halloween Horror Nights a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna take too long. It's out of 10.
Yep. Yeah,
Forget
okay.
that. Give me the Horror Nights rundown.
I'll talk about Halloween Horror Nights. I went on a Wednesday night, which was last night for me, and we got there right when it opened at 6. We didn't do the stay and scream or anything like that, but we got there at 6. There are 9 houses at Halloween Horror Nights. I was able to do 6. It did not matter that it was a Wednesday night. This place was still packed. I cannot even imagine what it looks like on a weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cannot even imagine what it looks like on those days. So if you are looking to go to Halloween Horror Nights, at least in Orlando this year, go on a weekday. Save that little bit of money, go on a weekday. The hours are the same. Take off work the next. You can get off work and make it to Orlando for a Florida native, and get there at 6 and stay till 2 and take off the next day. Dude, don't even try to go on a weekend, because I can't even imagine the lines. But the lines were all pretty much, I think the first line we went into, we waited like 20 minutes because we walked right into this house because it was the first one. Everyone was just getting there. And then after that, everything was posted. The posted time that you can see how long it is. It was all 60 minutes plus. Most of the time they were 70. When we would check the app, Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason, they'd all be at like 90, 110, 120. Crazy. We're talking over 2 hours. Or over an hour and a half to wait in line for a house that's
getting
constantly
in a ride for
moving.
Guardians of the Galaxy over here?
Yeah, exactly. But I will say, the houses were very, very, very well done. The houses were significantly longer, too. I feel like last year you walked through a little bit and it would kind of feel short, and sometimes you'd kind of feel like you waited a long time for not that much. But the houses were significantly longer, which was very much appreciated. And wait, I just had a train of thought and it's gone.
Oh, Ninja Smoke again!
I still had a train of thought and now it's not in there anymore. But you know how sometimes you can have bad runs? Some of you will know this if you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, some of you don't. You can sometimes have a bad run when you go through a house because they don't always have a scare actor posted everywhere where they're supposed to be posted, because there are shift changes and people need breaks and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll just have a walk through a house and there weren't that many people trying to scare you and it just sucks. So with that in mind, everyone really, really hyped up one of the Universal original houses called El Artista. And when I say it's an original, it's not a big IP name like Five Nights at Freddy's, Terrifier, Jason, or anything like that. But it's an original house that they made. Everyone hyped up this house. And I went through it and I was like, that was stupid. It was it was cool. Like the set was cool, I guess. But nothing about it was scary. Nothing about it was scary. The way that the people are dressed aren't scary. I guess it's just like the set pieces are cool and the way that they built the house was cool. Something you should know about me, I don't get scared easily. Apparently, I don't know if I'm super desensitized. When horror movies, yes, I really just don't like the psychological.
I was about to say, wait a minute. We just had this conversation.
I don't get jump scared. I get mentally scared. That's why I don't like religious horrors. I don't like demonic possessions. I don't like that unsettling feeling inside. But as far as like people jump scaring me, I don't really get jump scared. But Halloween Horror Nights is still really fun for me. Sometimes people do startle me a little bit, but I don't have like an outward reaction or a scream. I just kind of like tense, I guess. I just kind of like freeze, but I don't know. But so El Artista, that was one of the ones we did. Everyone hyped it up. It wasn't, I think I had a bad run. So we'll do it again. Noah's coming down to go and we're going to go. So we'll be able to rank all of them, hopefully. But my favorite was actually the WWE house.
Yeah,
it was my
sick.
favorite. And I don't know if it's because, you
actually knew what was going on.
Yes, because it's something that we personally enjoy. And it's called the Wyatt Six. It was so good. It was a really, really cool tribute to Bray Wyatt. WWE fans will know he passed away tragically last year. It was last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Wow, it feels
Yeah.
so much sooner than that. But it was such a cool house, and it was really long, and WWE fans will be obsessed with it. I was obsessed with it. I don't want to spoil anything about it because Noah is going to love it. But that one was my favorite. Jason would be my second favorite. That one was really, really cool. I could see myself getting scared in there, but I didn't get scared, but I can see myself getting scared because
I can
it
see
was
how
a
this would be
house.
scary, but you gotta work harder than that.
I think like if someone had jumped out like at a certain time, sometimes you pass by something, you're like, I know someone's supposed to be hiding there, and they definitely would have gotten me, So, but Jason was very, very, very good. It was also a long house, very good. Terrifier was good too. We also did Gulkin. It's called Gulkin. It was another Universal original house. I thought it was stupid.
Universal Originals striking out with her.
I thought it was stupid. Usually there's one really good Universal original. I thought it was going to be El Artista, but it was not. It didn't. I had a bad run, apparently. I thought it was silly. And we did Five Nights at Freddy's. Is that 5 or 6? How many? El Artista,
You said you did 6 houses.
WWE, Jason, Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy's. So we also did Five Nights at Freddy's. We were able to do it. We waited like 45 minutes or so, which was not that bad. Usually the posted time was actually kind of a lie. Most of the time we didn't actually wait as long as the posted time, which was really nice. But Five Nights at Freddy's is very, very cool for people that are fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like I haven't played the games, but I have every intention to play the games for Halloween. Stream community, you've heard it here first. But it was really cool, and they had so many sick animatronics. They really did really well with this house, but it's not scary, not at all whatsoever. Like if you are afraid of animatronics, then it's going to be scary for you. If you're not afraid of animatronics, it's not scary.
What, that robot looking at me?
Yeah, like it's a robot, and there's not an actual person in there. So
I mean, there could be some creepy animatronics.
Yeah.
But not. I don't know. Jump scare. I'm so screwed when I go to this thing because like.
Yeah, you are.
She said she has microphones, so we should be mic'd up, and we're gonna try to record some stuff. I can't wait. It's gonna be hilarious. I am absolutely gonna make a fool of myself for the sake of the content.
Yeah, you just can't like in a lot of the houses, you're not really supposed to record in the houses. So I don't really know. We can record us going through the scare zones, but you're not really supposed to record in the houses.
I see TikToks all the time of people recording in the houses.
I know. I got yelled at, you guys. This has never happened before. I've gone to Halloween Horror Nights, and I can't even count how many times I've gone over the years. And I got yelled at by a handler, which is someone that kind of stands around the scare actors, make sure no one's harassing them. I was taking a picture of my friend with one of the scare actors, and I used flash because it's nighttime, okay? It's midnight. And she was like, hey. And I also was like taking a video of her interacting, but I was standing far away. It's not like I was in this scare actor's face with a flash. I was like stood back, and I had the flash on, and she was like, hey, can you turn that off? Like, you can't have the flash on with the scare actors. And I was like, I don't know. I think this is the first year that's been a rule, because that has never been a rule before. I've taken selfies with the flash with scare actors before. So interesting rule. So they're kind of cracking down on a lot of things. But I know.
Well, sorry guys, that video is not happening. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually going to happen, because if we can't use the flash walking throughout what are we going to do?
We'll do a post a roundup outside of each house or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would probably be better. Yeah, maybe in line, stuff like that. We'll figure it out. I think that would be fun. But yeah, so Halloween Horror Nights, this was definitely the best year in a long time. It's amazing that they finally got a lot of big IPs. Usually they'll only have like 1 or 2, and then the other 7 or 8 houses will be all Universal originals, which doesn't build the hype. So I really like that they're finally getting a handful of IPs, and then they're kind of splitting it down the middle with their original houses. So it was really, really good. The merch is really fun. The theming is fun. The houses were really, really good. The big IP houses were very, very well done. So it's really fun. And Noah and I are going to go again. Hopefully we'll be accompanied by Grayson from Mortis FM. That would be
big
really
old
fun.
question mark on that guy.
It's a big old question mark right now, but we're
put him in the
hoping that
Riddler
he
outfit because you never know what he's gonna do next.
You never know. Hopefully he doesn't have too many like setbacks, and hopefully he'll be able to swing it. But if not, we're going again, and that'll be like later in October, closer to Halloween. So it'll be super fun.
Which means the lines are gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I mean, I just obviously need to do the Bray Wyatt house. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah,
like I'll do anything else, but I don't. You know, you can lead the way.
Good. It's so good. We'll lead the way. We'll figure it out. We can ride rides too. We rode some rides. It was great. So I think that's all that we have for this week's episode, though.
Yeah. This is the most. Here's a little behind the scenes for everybody watch out here. The most unprepared we've ever been for an episode. I don't know why, just one of those weeks, but somehow we've rambled for 1 hour and 10, and that's why I was pretty confident. I was like, well, we got the blind rankings, and then we'll just see what happens with the rest of them.
It always works out when you have two people that just yap together to do a podcast. So it worked out.
It worked out. Where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at Laney Byers. Stream community, shout out to you. I love you guys. You're so supportive of this podcast. If you come over from the Lightforce podcast to my stream community on either Twitch or YouTube at Laney Byers, please say hi. Please say you came from the podcast. We had someone do that a couple days ago, and it was so cool to see. So yeah, it was so cool to see. So please let me know if you came from the Lightforce podcast, and let me know what you think about the episode. I like to talk about like this week's discussion in my streams with my chat and stuff is super fun. So definitely follow on Twitch or YouTube if you're into streaming and watching people game and stuff like that.
Yep, and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Noah Nation Official on there, Noah Nation Vlogs on Twitter, and Noah Nation Gaming on YouTube. Just type in Noah Nation, you'll see my half decent mug. You don't gotta worry about all the handles.
On different variations of Noah Nation Gaming.
Yeah, Noah Nation this, Noah Nation that. It's too attached to. It's like CM Punk, dude. Even when CM Punk wasn't wrestling, he still was CM Punk. He was CM Punk in the UFC. He was CM Punk when he was writing Marvel comics. I can never make content again. It's just attached to me at this point.
You are just Noah Nation.
It might as well just be my legal last name. But anyway, I think that's all we got for this week. Lightforce Podcast, episode number 7 in the books. Honestly, if you guys have if you've made it this far in the podcast and you're watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Definitely helps us grow. Be sure to hit subscribe. Go listen to us on Apple and Spotify and vice versa. So if you're listening over there, come watch us on YouTube. And again, go follow the Lightforce Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. But that'll do it.
5 stars, please.
5 stars on Apple and Spotify. 5-star Frog Splash RVD style. That will do it for this week's podcast, and we will see you guys next Friday.
Bye.